12M. What up, yo? What up? What up? What up? What up, Vaughn? What up? It is Gray Matter, week 12. Waiting for Carrie and Nyce to pop up. While that happens, why don't roll the fuck up? Classic, what up, homie? Sure my mic is even live. Oh, here we go. That's what I like to hear, man. That's why I make all my shit. That's exactly why I make all my shit royalty and sample free, because I just want people to make dope shit, man. I get my money from selling packs. I'm not trying to cut in your shit in the end. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. What up, what up, what up, son?
Ooh, trying to knock these projects out.
Word. Yeah, man. I'm just sitting here looking at the fucking, watching YouTube videos, doing absolutely nothing. And I was just like, yo, fuck it. We might as well just start. I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
Plus, last week was a 4.5 hour long marathon that we went through. And didn't even realize it.
But it had been a while, too.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't even realize it. I looked at the clock. I was like, fuck, it's like 12:30. What the fuck are we doing? Yo, Nyce said he was going to pop die today, but yeah, sure. We know how that goes.
Yes.
Yeah, we starting early. Fuck it. It's what we do. It's funny when people go back, because it's all live, right? It's funny to me when people go back and watch episodes that have already been done. You'd be like, they hit me up and be like, yo, son, I went back and watched the shit. I'd be like, really? It's fucking weird.
That's funny. We just be fucking riffing.
Yeah, I literally, I didn't even open a notebook digitally to write notes this week.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, yeah, we ain't even doing a theme song. We just jumping right into it. I'm already rolling the fuck up. Yo, we, as a collective, and we, as football betting humans across this country, absolutely took a beating this week.
Oh, yeah. This was a terrible week.
Yo, everybody I know, even the other sports shows that I watched, all of them were like, yo, we all got fucking destroyed this week.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, it was such a weird group of scores.
We thought like a week and a half ago was the weird week. Nah, this one was crazy. But also we had some bad. It was quite a few not good looks this past week.
Yeah, of course, we'll definitely get into that. I will pat ourselves on the back real quick though, because even as the world is saying that they went over 5 in picks, and people were taking absolute beatings and shit, none of us went below 500 this week. Even in the worst week possible. I went 8-6. You went 7-7, and Colton went 7-7.
Nice.
Yeah. So once the games were all done, I was just like, wow. You know what? We never, even in the worst week, we never even went below 500, which is a pretty good fucking thing. Because other than that, our records are absolutely fucking impeccable, homie.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Bengal in the room first, the Bengal elephant in the room first, because it's the thing we all hate the most that happened this week. I think the entire football world knew that Joe Burrow was not going to last this entire season. We said it. Joey Bag of Donuts is not going to make it through this season. Yo, Kerry, let me ask you something. How the fuck Joe Burrow has over 450 pass attempts this season? Far and away the most in the NFL as a rookie behind a terrible offensive line.
Behind a terrible offensive line. Okay. So Zach Taylor, my friend, you were a college quarterback. You played well enough to get a free agent contract in the league. You get an opportunity to be a coordinator.
Wait a minute, this is the same Zach. Wait, this is the same Zach Taylor that used to be the quarterback.
Oh no, just Zach Taylor. Yeah. That who's now the head coach.
Yeah, I thought it was a whole different one. I didn't even know. Now I hate him even more.
Yeah. So this is your second year as now a head coach, and you got to draft number one, who's clearly your franchise quarterback.
Clearly,
the best quarterback the Bengals have had since
ever.
Carson.
No. He's the best quarterback the Bengals have ever had. I'll say it now. I'm calling it now.
Okay, well, I mean, we gotta give some credit to
I'll give
my man.
I'll even give credit to Boomer Esiason and even Carson Palmer's early years before the same thing happened to him. Kerry, do you not remember Carson Palmer had started balling for the Bengals and he fucking blew out a knee? It also happened to be in week 11 or something against the Steelers, and his career was never the same after that.
No, it wasn't. So basically, what you're saying is that Joe Burrow, boy band, is going to have to end up on the Raiders at some point, and then maybe with a 200-year-old Larry Fitzgerald to resurrect his career.
Yeah, but good God, could you imagine Joey Bag of Donuts in Vegas? He's perfect for Vegas. He already looks like a mobster.
That would be amazing.
Dude, he's perfect.
And Gruden would do him right.
Oh my, look what Gruden's done for Derek Carr's career. Derek Carr is absolutely balling right now.
Right. And also, he's getting the rock. I mean, yes, does he have weapons to go downfield? He has fast receivers, yes. But he's getting the ball out of Derek Carr's hands quickly.
Yeah, he's not allowing him to sit there and make decisions, which... Right. Joey Bag of Donuts, you're basically putting it on his shoulders. Like, here, go win, go keep us competitive, kid. Save my job.
Really? So, as a second-year head coach, like you have your franchise quarterback in his rookie year. You want to preserve him. If your job is tied into this cat's career, why would you have him throwing 40 times a game? That doesn't. Like, I don't care, especially behind the terrible line. That's what no disrespect to running backs, but we see where running backs are. Like, running backs are just so devalued now. That's why you have 5 running backs.
There's only 2. There's 2 running backs in the league. There's 3 counting Kamara, but he's not even a full running back. He's more of a flex. He's the flex.
Exactly. Just like CMC.
Yeah.
We see with him, like, how you make all pro at running back and receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were a receiver, dog. Like, and you also ran the rock. So
once again, showing you that New England was at least a decade ahead of the rest of the NFL, because New England has had running backs that are slot receivers for the last decade.
Well, for sure, but then also just in terms of stables, because remember that first Giants team in 07, 08, we had Jacobs, Derek Ward, and Ahmad Bradshaw. We had 3 running backs, and we gave each one of them a series. So it was like whoever. Just keep running the rock so that Eli doesn't have to throw as much.
Yo, that actually blew my mind, because as a pragmatist, I'm sitting there watching Ahmad Bradshaw absolutely dominate every carry he gets, and then they keep taking him out for a whole entire series. I'm just like, what are they doing? He's balling.
And you saw when he finally got it for himself, we went to another Super Bowl.
Yeah, very extremely underused and underrated running back. Especially for being so small.
I mean, he was balling with a Liz Frank injury in his foot. And I don't know how many of y'all know how painful a Liz Frank injury is. It's bad. You could play with it, but it's bad.
Any foot injury in football, especially with modern day field surfaces, is you're done. Toe injury. That's why you remember toe. People always used to be like, "Oh, turf toe, you big fucking football player, you can't play with a hurt toe." No, you can't cut. You can't move laterally. You're done.
Took Deion out. Took Deion Sanders out.
You can't get on the balls of your feet at all, and if you're fast, now all of your speed's gone. So Ahmad Bradshaw, man.
Tell you about that turf toe.
I'll give him all the credit in the world now that I'm past my Giants hate, because he was really balling, and I still to this day hate Brandon Jacobs. How are you that goddamn big and you run over one person a season? Get the fuck out of here.
But you know what, though? The one person he would get would be done for that game. He got Charles Woodson's ass.
You would be done, and then he's going to be on the highlight film reels for the season highlight reels, and people are going to be like, man, he could play. Let's give him another deal. And then he's averaging like 1.8 yards a carry because that big, it takes an awful lot of time to get that force and momentum up so you can run over people.
Well, and plus they knew that because then he would be dancing.
Yeah.
So when you're, especially the later you get in your career, if you look at Jerome Bettis, when Jerome was early in his career, yes, he hit the hole hard, and people were surprised at how nimble he was. Later in his career, he wasn't hitting the hole as hard. He was doing a lot more dancing, which is why it only took 1 or 2 people to tackle him. Before, it took 4 or 5 people to get him.
Yeah, because that was all just physics, and that's and that's exactly why I hated Brandon Jacobs. How are you that goddamn big and you're running like you're my size? Stop fucking dancing and just put your face into the hole.
Especially when someone like Frank Gore, who's only 5'8", 5'9", however tall, always falls forward. Always falls forward.
And has played 17 fucking years.
Always falls. And has had 4 knee surgeries. Or 5. Who knows?
Who knows?
And nobody knows.
Yeah, no, that's...
His knees are like a Dominican pitcher. No one really knows how old. Nobody really knows.
You're in the Little League World Series. This man got a full beard out there. An arm sleeve of tattoos and 3 babies mamas in the fucking crowd.
Right.
So other than, we all knew it was going to happen. You know what I fucking hate about it is the severity of the injury. It's not just an ACL. It's an ACL, an MCL, and quote unquote other structural damage. What the fuck does that even mean?
MCL, PCL, he has some
he's got to have those little, like,
cartilage.
He's got to have those little micro bones and shit that are in there to have, like, but here, you know what? It's not 1987 anymore. He will be back in a year and he'll be fine.
So here's the thing, like, here's what I'm kind of equating it to. So back in the day, Joe Namath, when he played for Alabama, could run. He was actually a big running threat. And if you're able to Google any of his college footage, you'll see that this cat ran, and he ran with some speed. But he had that devastating knee injury before he left college, and then he could still sling the rock, but that took away part of his game, which made him so highly touted. He still, threw it around the yard, but he could no longer run around the way he used to. And then, as you saw in his pro career, his knees just degenerated where he couldn't even move. And so the devastation that they're talking about with this one knee, and I saw the injury.
It was not good.
I just was like, oh, whoa. They keep showing that shit. I don't know why they keep showing it, because it's bad. The first thing I thought was like, wow, I wonder how he's going to adjust to this, because he just wasn't.
No, he can move. He can move.
He could move, and because he also played basketball and he also did baseball, so he also did these other sports where you needed movement. You needed to run forward. You needed lateral movement, and this being taken away from him, I just wonder how this is going to affect him, especially if they don't do nothing to fix that line.
I think
the way he climbs the pocket and the way he manipulates the pocket, he's been saving himself more so than the line.
Well, I think it's the mental block far more than the physical that's going to get to him. And in the NFL, you can't have that. You look what happened to Sam Darnold. I see Ghost out there. Well, now your career's over. They're about to draft Trevor Lawrence. You're out of here. You're a backup from here on out. It happens. And the same thing's going to happen to him. Horrible, horrible offensive line. Literally, on their 5th string running back, A.J. Green retired 3 seasons ago, I think. I don't know who the fuck that is out there. And he's one of my favorite players of all time. And he still has just never been the same. And, he does got T. Higgins out there, but you're basically, it looks like a bad high school team with the 2 best athletes. One of them's playing quarterback, the other's playing receiver, and they just go back there, you run around, and we'll just try to make the shit work.
Yeah, yeah.
I just wonder what's going to happen to his confidence, because
everybody in the locker room, everyone in the locker room is talking about what they're going to do later, and T and Joe are just like, damn. I didn't think this game was ever going to end. You know how there's just a couple players that are so tired because they left absolutely everything, but everyone else didn't seem like they played the game?
Yeah.
I played with those players before.
Yeah. I've seen players you have to get carried off of the field before because they left it all out of there. Then I've seen starters walk off and giggling and shit after a loss, and you're just looking at them like,
like where's that? Where's that now? Like, what are you talking about? We just got bludgeoned by 50. You want to go out?
Yeah. So I wonder what it's going to do to his mental because the question was posed on Pat McAfee's show today by a caller, actually, that once this generation of quarterbacks is gone, like our generation, that I'm just going to stand back there and throw the rock around quarterback. It's over.
Right.
And it is very true because all of the quarterbacks who are coming in, even Joey Bag of Donuts and Justin Bad Haircut Herbert, both of them who are, as far as we look at it, traditional pocket passing quarterbacks, but they can both fucking run.
Right.
And then if you have watched Arch Manning, what is it, Cooper Manning's son?
Well, he's Cooper Manning. Cooper Manning's son.
Yeah,
Who's up next?
Yeah, Cooper Manning's son, Arch Manning, is clearly the number one quarterback in the country as a sophomore, and that motherfucker can run. I watched his game that they put on ESPN, and he was flying, and I was just like, well, see,
well, then he takes after his daddy and his grandfather because they both could run. I don't know what happened to Peyton and Eli because they couldn't run worth shit, but Cooper and Archie both could run.
Yeah, like literally. Well, the only person that I've ever seen who lacked even a semblance of running ability less than these two besides newborn infants is Phillip Rivers. Yo, Dan Marino with no knees was more of a threat to run than Phillip Rivers is.
Yeah, that is true.
That shit is incredible.
But I will say this, though, and we always come back to this. On one ACL-operated knee, 1 week later, he still played the AFC Championship game versus the Patriots.
I want to add a caveat. Everyone forgets this. With a very angry and sultry LaDainian Tomlinson on the goddamn sidelines during that game. Sitting there like this.
Ready to go. That was the saddest thing.
That was their best chance, too. That was the Chargers' best chance.
That was their best chance. Yep. Yeah, I actually felt bad for LaDainian on that one. Just because at that point he was like the real LT in any given Sunday. Well, he's just like, listen, I'll sign whatever you want me to sign. I just need to play, baby. Just give me the thing. I'll sign the waiver. I just want to play.
Yeah. And then it's fucking LT, dude. Like, come on. It's LT. Like, what are you doing? You're letting Phillip Rivers play on one leg. Why are you not letting this guy? Just whatever. That's why teams don't win championships, though.
Right. Yeah.
So what was the other? I don't know. Of course you saw it. Well, you've been busy. It's really busy. People are really busy before this next shutdown. It's trying to get shit done before you can't again, clearly. So I don't know if you saw it this morning, but one of the positional coaches for Dallas was first reported that he died suddenly. Oh. And then it was later this happened during the Pat McAfee show. It was like breaking news. The positional coach had collapsed and died in the facilities. And then it was reported that he didn't actually pass away, that he's in the hospital in intensive care. Let me look it up.
So I saw that, but I didn't know what his issue was.
They never said. They just said it was first reported that he died, and it was just like,
Jesus.
And then
you can't get shit like that wrong.
Well, it wasn't even Pat McAfee's fault because like NBC Sports and like all these big outlets, Rappaport and like all these huge insider guys all broke the same news.
Oh, same, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, see, it just says medical emergency. So I'm guessing heart attack, something like that.
Yeah.
It's a strength and conditioning coach, 100% heart attack, guaranteed.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
Or he stroked out.
One of those, but he was probably in the.
strenuous.
Yeah, he was probably in the weight room. He probably did something he's too old to be doing, or was yelling at somebody to do something, and just speedy recovery to
He's
him.
probably trying to motivate Amari Cooper to look alive. Couldn't do it.
Nobody can. No one can.
Nobody can.
No one can. I always hated when you got players that are that physically talented that just don't want to do it. Like, fuck it.
I think that's probably why him and Michael, who was his teammate? Michael, out of Texas Tech.
Michael Gallup.
No. The one who always used to get into fights with Richard Sherman.
Crabtree.
Crabtree, thank you. It didn't seem like him and Crabtree got along too tough, because remember they were teammates out in Oakland, and you thought like, man, these two gonna be doing it for a minute. Like Amari Cooper's rookie season started well, then he flamed out, and then after that, they were like, well, let's look at his sophomore year. His sophomore year was, you saw the talent. By his third year, you were like, does this guy even want to play football?
Yeah, it blows my mind. I think he's got. I think they need to look at his mental health. He looks like like he'll go like on a 3-game stretch where he dominates, and then all of a sudden, it's like he's not even on the roster at all.
Well, yeah, because you'll look at him and you say, okay, it made sense for Dallas to make this happen. Oh hell yeah, they dangerous with him. Nah. I mean, at first, I was like, man, this Michael Gallup kid, he ain't really gonna do nothing because they got Amari. They're already gonna throw to Amari all the time. But Amari's a ghost. He's just a ghost. And it makes you, as a Dallas fan, it makes you wish that your starting tight end was still around, because you're like, man, that guy was really good. Actually, let's see what he could do, because it's a good thing they got that rookie.
Yeah.
Because CeeDee Lamb, let's just get into that game. That catch was stupid.
All right. Catch. Yeah, you know I was going to bring that shit up. For those of you who don't understand exactly how difficult what he pulled off was, not only was he diving and turned over in mid-dive, he caught it one fucking handed.
With his fingertips.
With his fingertips as he's turning mid-dive. He didn't turn and dive. He dove.
And his body's flat.
And he threw his shoulder over and barely spun enough and caught it with his fucking fingertips. That shit was incredible.
That I saw like a couple shows that they had Adam Thielen's catch ahead of that. And I was like,
holy shit, look who it is.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, my God.
Getting nice on the mic device.
The gang is all here today.
All right.
What's up, baby?
Oh, shit. Too cold to pull a jokes today, Nyce? You inside?
Yeah, man. I had some legal problems I had to take care of, man.
Word, I feel you. No, we were literally just talking about that catch that CeeDee Lamb had in the end zone.
Oh, my God. I came right on time.
Yeah, right on time. Like that didn't even make sense. And I was just saying how some programs had Adam Thielen's one-handed catch in the end zone above the CeeDee Lamb catch.
Nah.
I was like, what do you think about? I don't give a shit about that. I don't give a shit about what CeeDee Lamb did. Doesn't even make sense. Like, there's not a lot of humans who could do that with their body.
Yo, that was maybe one of the that is one of the craziest catches I ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, just the adjustment was retarded, and Adam Thielen's catch was super fucking dope, because when he threw it, even I was just like, that's too far. He overthrew him, and he was able to one-hand it, but it's the NFL. People one-hand shit they do it in practice all day long. It's nothing anymore. It's nothing anymore. That CeeDee Lamb catch was special.
That was crazy.
I don't even think he really saw where the ball was at.
He couldn't have because the way he turned, he just kind of like threw his hand to where he thought the ball was going to be.
Yeah, he pinpointed it in the air, and he got himself to the spot and just was like,
it was fantastic, man. It was definitely a generational catch, man.
Now, Kerry, I know you know, and Nyce, you know, we've all done it before, and I've done it. Especially, Kerry, you know, it happens in practice. You do the illest shit in practice, and nobody ever gets to fucking see it.
Nobody sees it.
Yeah, of course.
But I've had catches to where I literally didn't even. I just threw my hand to a spot, and the ball just stuck. So it happens, but yo, that was special.
Oh, no.
That was special.
You be in the game, you drop a pick or you drop a short touchdown, you get to the sidelines. All those catches you make in practice, and you can't make that easy shit.
Thursday All-American.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no question. Yeah, definitely.
It was beautiful.
Yo, so Nyce. The only thing that we discussed before you popped in, because we hopped in a little bit early because I was just smoking weed and watching YouTube videos, so like fuck it.
Okay.
Was Joey Bag of Donuts, and what we all predicted was an inevitable injury.
Yeah, it was coming. He was getting smashed, man. I mean, he said it. He said it himself. He was getting smacked too much, man. He was getting smacked around out there, man. I mean, it was only a matter of time.
Well, he's easily the coolest. He's too cool. He go to lose, Nyce, because how you blow out multiple ligaments, destroy your entire knee structure, and he looked like a fucking commercial on the cart leaving the stadium.
On the cart, he was just like this. He was still posing. He was like, "I'm a hello." I remember seeing Luke Kuechly get a concussion, crying, full crying,
bawling their eyes out. Grown men, gladiators that you would definitely not pick a fight with, bawling when they get an injury because it's not the physical pain, it's the fuck. I can't play what I built my whole life for right now. Now what's going to happen to me? And
you know what? And I just thought about it. You know what? He probably is like, damn, I could take a break now. Shit. Thank God. Thank God.
So,
all right. And it's not gonna be like on me. I didn't quit.
He never want to show. He never want to show his teammates that he.
Oh, of course, Nyce already out juxing.
Yeah, but that's also why he's a captain as a rookie.
So let me ask you guys both this question then. If you're Joey Bag of Donuts, and this is Dr. James Andrew, who we all, if you watch sports, you know who this guy is. If you blow a ligament, he's fixing it. So James Andrew says this morning this is a 12-month injury, not a 9-month injury. Everyone needs to temper their expectations. So we are in basically...
Not AP.
Yeah, no one is. We are basically in Thanksgiving week, right? He blows multiple ligaments. It's a 12-month injury, which means he won't even be...
2022.
Physically able to even be out there for until there's like 4 fucking weeks left in the season. So if you're Joey Bag of Donuts, are you taking a redshirt year?
Hell yeah.
You're goddamn right I am.
You have to.
Yo, so you know what they do. This is why I love smoking weed and talking to you guys about football. Do you know who they go and get? Fitzmagic. We need a 1-year savior.
Yeah.
Easily.
Fitzmagic is always the one yet.
Or
security.
The NFL feel-good story is they got Tyrod Taylor. And he doesn't actually have his shoulder.
Another great
actually
one.
Play a little bit.
But
watch, it'll be some grocery store bagging fourth QB who's on the roster that nobody heard about.
Kerry, you can't do that.
Tyrod will get there, and then all of a sudden we have Kurt Warner too.
I was going to say, Kerry, don't do that to Tyrod because you know what's going to happen. They're going to draft somebody that we've never heard from, like Albaline Christian or something, and then he's going to step on a bee in the tunnel. On the way for the first season's game, and then this guy's going to start, and this. And then Joey Bag of Donuts will be able to leave Cincinnati then. So actually, Tyrod.
He'll be able to leave, and he'll end up in Detroit, and then he'll end up on another shitty squad. But then Detroit will have hope.
All right, so I had a thought about Detroit the other day. All right, so we know that Detroit as a city is the Motor City. All right, as an American city, that's like our car. That's our car capital, right? So why don't we move things into the future and get rid of the Ford family? Why doesn't the Ford family sell the Lions to Elon Musk?
Man, I don't know what's going on over there, man. That thing is. I mean, they should, cause they just got that franchise just there. It's just a cesspool of garbage, just stirring up every year. It's not nothing's happening. They need a real football head behind them.
Or what they could really do is give it over to the no-fly zone crew. So, any team coming to play the Lions would have they didn't report first. They don't even make it to the stadium.
Give ownership over to Tukey and them, right?
You know what I'm saying? They'll straighten that shit out real quick.
Yeah, man. The Lions has been bad for a long time.
The Lions are so. See, this is.
It's just organizationally bad.
People have said like, so are you as good or as bad as your record says? And when this is just a mark of a bad franchise, a bad team. Like you see games that they clearly should win, and they lose those games, and games that you like they really have no business in, and they somehow win. That's a bad team. They try to trick you like they might be good. No. They're garbage. That is a garbage team. It's a garbage organization at this point. It just really is. I mean, it's the same organization that drafted how many wide receivers in the first round in a row? Three.
First rounders.
Have you taken a look at your defense lately? Have you taken a look at your offensive line lately? They're just making terrible decisions, and now they actually have a couple players. So you have some teams that didn't even have all their players, and they're still with this nonsense.
They're going to fuck whatever good players they have. They're going to fuck up anyway. It doesn't matter.
If it wasn't for Atlanta Falcons this year, Detroit, we'd be talking about Detroit the same way we talk about Atlanta.
No, but because we talk about Detroit like that in that manner every single year.
Yeah. But we're also starting to talk about Atlanta like that too, because Atlanta has a history of doing this. They've done it at an all-time level this year, but they have a history of blowing.
All right, so Nyce. Let me ask you something running with that theme. Are the Chargers with Justin Bad Haircut Herbert, is he the new Matthew Stafford, and are the Chargers going to ruin this kid by just blowing leads and losing games and going 3-13 every season when their roster and their talent should be way better?
Yeah. I mean, that's actually true. Their offense is ridiculous. They're loaded. I think they got to focus this year, this draft coming up. They got to focus on the defense. Man. They better not go too much on the offense this draft coming up, man, because they're loaded on offense, man. They're pretty good. They lose games because their defense, that secondary, is terrible.
Who are we talking about? The Lions.
Desmond King the second. They gave away one of the best corners in the league.
Yeah, without Derwin James.
All right, so we're talking about the Chargers. So yeah, they gave away Desmond King, which me and Kerry were absolutely. I had to hit him when that happened because I'm a huge Desmond King fan. Because not only is he an awesome nickel corner, he's one of the best returners in football.
Yes, and Derwin James is not there right now, but he'll be back. But you need more. You got to stockpile on that defense, man, because they blow a lot of leads in the fourth quarter, man. I guess they run out of gas. I don't know what happens, man. But they play good for like 3 quarters. In that fourth quarter, they just give it to you. You can have
You know what Justin Private Pile Herbert is reminding me of right now? His early shit is reminding me of a early John Elway. But John Elway did have a better defense.
I'm telling you, he looks like Matthew Stafford again.
But what I'm saying is you have this athletic, strong-arm quarterback with no running game, because with Eckler, we see how they have a negative running game. 0 running game. And so he's just trying to do too much right now because he realizes that if he doesn't do it, it's not
Gary. It's literally mirroring Stafford in Detroit when Stafford got there, because he had Megatron, and then he had who's the host on NFL this morning?
Nate.
Yeah, Nate. He had Nate Burleson when he was young, and Megatron, and then they would always bring in more weapons, but no defense, no offensive line, and no motherfucking running backs for Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. I agree. His game is mirrored as Matt